Hello guys, welcome to our Sepsis 101 podcast. Today is our first episode and we're so excited to kick off our 4-episode podcast series with an intro about sepsis.
In today's episode, we'll explore what it is, the science behind it, the signs and symptoms, who's at risk, and why early detection is crucial.
Let's get started. Sepsis affects many people across the U.S. and in our local community as well. But it isn't talked about much, which leaves many patients confused about what they're diagnosed with. What is the true definition of sepsis?
In the most simplest words possible, sepsis is a condition that occurs when the body attacks itself. It's a life-threatening condition that appears when the body's response to an infection damages its own tissues and organs. It's often called the body's overreaction to an infection, and it can rapidly spread. While it may start from something as simple as a skin wound to something more complicated like a urinary tract infection, sepsis can surge into septic shock, leading to organ failure or even death. Globally, sepsis is the major cause of mortality. In the United States alone, it's responsible for 1 out of 3 deaths in every hospital.
Oh wow, I didn't know that so many people died due to sepsis in our country. You perfectly define the true meaning of sepsis, but what's the science behind how the body attacks itself? Is it some sort of a malfunction, or how does it work?
Typically, when the body meets a pathogen, for example, like a fungus or bacteria, the immune system releases chemicals to fight off the infection. In sepsis, this response becomes extreme, leading to widespread inflammation. This causes some blood vessels to become leaky, which leads to tissue swelling and decreased oxygen delivery to vital organs. So as sepsis advances, your blood pressures might drop, your heart rate would increase, and your organs would slowly begin to shut down. If it's left untreated, this crisis can result in a septic shock, which is the most severe form of sepsis.
Oh my god, extremely deadly then. So to have early prevention from getting a septic shock, what are the best practices to safeguard our body?
Recognizing the signs and symptoms of sepsis early is really crucial. The most common symptoms are fevers, chills, or a very low body temperature, rapid heart rate and breathing, confusion, extreme tiredness, and sweaty skin.
Can younger kids be diagnosed with sepsis? Are the symptoms different for children, or are they the same?
Yes, so in children, symptoms might include lack of responsiveness, rapid breathing, or difficulty feeding. It's vital to seek medical care immediately if these symptoms occur after an infection.
Okay, got it. I didn't know that people of all age groups are susceptible to sepsis.
Yes, so anyone can develop sepsis, but certain groups are at higher risk such as older people, especially those over 65, infants and younger children, and people that have a weakened immune system due to hospitalizations and chronic conditions are also most likely to get sepsis. But understanding the risk factors for each age group, the community can help each other detect symptoms early on.
We learned a lot of new information today, but to conclude our discussion of the introduction to sepsis, why is early detection important to be healthy and safe?
Early detection of sepsis is critical to improve survival rates. Early recognition allows for timely administrations of antibiotics, fluids to stabilize your BP, and oxygen to support organ function. Although people can find out if they have sepsis at healthcare clinics, it is vital to have awareness inside the house as well. Knowing the warning signs and acting quickly can make a big difference.
Okay. So lastly, if you could summarize what we talked about today in a couple of sentences, what would you say to our audience?
Okay, so to recap sepsis, it's a serious condition that can be developed from any infection. It is essential to recognize symptoms like fever, rapid breathing, and confusion for you and your loved ones to have a better outcome.
Thank you so much for the valuable information about the basics of sepsis. If you learned something valuable today, share this episode with your friends and family to spread awareness about sepsis. Thanks for tuning into Sepsis 101. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at sepsis_awareness Capel. So until next time, stay informed and stay healthy. Thank you.
Thank you.